Hey, welcome to our Slay the Spire Defect challenge. Last time we defeated Ascension level 3, and today we're going to be moving on to Ascension level 4 in our Ascension win streak. Let's see if we can get another win today. Might be playing it a little bit quicker than I normally do today, but hopefully it doesn't affect us. Random rare card I'm looking at. I don't really care about the potions. Random colors cards could be great. But so could a random boss relic. But I'm really not willing to risk the run on a random boss relic, because some of those boss relics can be basically run ending. So I'm going to go with random rare card. And electrodynamics is a great one to start with. As for our path, I really like this. I'm looking at this path that has 3 question marks. But again, we want to hit as many elites as possible. If we did take that path, we could hit 1, 2, 3 elites, or 1, 2 elites in a shop. Right side, we could hit 3 elites. Yeah, this is definitely the path we're going to be going for early on. Electrodynamics would be huge here. But if we strike you and zap the other one, we take no damage and we win. Immediately I'm looking at Storm, right? Because we already have a pretty strong power that kind of combos with Storm right off the bat. We're going to go pretty heavy on this. Regal Pillow basically makes up for all the life we just lost there when we do choose to rest. So actually I'm going to go pretty heavy on this and upgrade 2 random cards. Upgrading the Defend is not too huge, but upgrading the Electrodynamics is great. I'm going to go Defend, Zap, and Dual Cast here. Taking a bit of damage, so definitely going to rest at that next shot before the next elite fight. But overall, I'm definitely liking the direction our deck has started to go. I will take Streamline, but that was definitely a very hesitant take, right? Oh, Buffer. Perfect. I really wanted to remove a card there, but Buffer just combos. First of all, it's great. Just good card in and of itself. But it combos with what we already have so well. Thank you, Regal Pillow. Back up to near full HP. Storm is great. That's a great card to start off with. If I can play Electrodynamics this next turn, and there it is. Already off to a great start. I would love to be able to play Buffer next turn, but what are you going to do? Going to take about 12 damage here. Definitely going to play this Buffer. And we're definitely going to go with a dual cast. He should be dead before he manages to hit us next. So ending this elite fight with only taking 12 damage is a really nice place to be, in my opinion. I don't want to go too heavy on power decks, because we just did a power deck last time, but it's just so darn good in this level of Ascension. I like Asunder. I like Asunder. And we're going to definitely upgrade that Storm, because if it is going to be power deck, I want Storm to be right at the front and center every time. Juzu Bracelet, and now we have Pendib. So every 10 attacks we play, deal double damage. What I would like to see now is a way to start removing some cards. Speaking of, we want to remove this Regret, because I'm going to go with that and get Varja. Not really worth it, in my opinion. Had I known it was a Varja under there, I probably wouldn't have still gone for it, but you know, not terrible. Definitely going to try to remove it at the next shop we see, though. I'm basically just biding my time here until we get Electrodynamics. Once we get Electrodynamics, these guys are done for. This is going to seem crazy, but I'm going to dual cast first. And now I'm going to Buffer, which actually was a mistake, because all it's going to do is block Regret, right? So that was a bad move on my part. However, our hero Electrodynamics is here to save the day. That fight definitely could have gone better. Definitely a huge side effect of me rushing through. Charge battery. We're gonna go for more gold, despite the fact that our deck is starting to get bloated with curses. Regret, like weak, doesn't really matter too much to us right now, right? I really like Capacitor here, and I really like Lantern here. Alright. Am I gonna rest before this boss fight? I don't believe so, but it is possible. Electrodynamics for sure. I would love to see a defrag. Defrag would be huge here. Thanks to question card, we're now drawing 4 cards. And I really like Cool Headed. Just adding some frost into the mix is much better. I like Buffer being upgraded since we're not resting. It'll be a big boon in this boss fight here. The nice part about fighting this guy is we don't really attack him head on too much. So his little thorns effect in his defense phase, and I didn't use the strike there on purpose, by the way, in case you were wondering. His little thorns effect when he goes into his defense phase doesn't really hurt this deck as much as it would normally. Alright. We're definitely just gonna go charge battery into a dual cast here. I don't really feel like taking extra damage, to be honest with you. I do like a buffer, and I do like a capacitor. There's no point in playing a block, but there's no point in not playing a block either. I like where we're at right now. It's not terrible. Okay, let's just go up to 20 block, because we're going to be able to split them pretty easily. We'll go one more zap, strike, and strike. Okay, I'm going to go with the charger battery, and I am going to take a bit of damage here and just hit him with the streamline, because I think we're close enough to the end where we can afford to do something like that. Let's go zap. Let's go defend, defend. Let's go dual cast. Remind me to upgrade those zaps when we can, because let's try that Cool Headed. That zap and that dual cast I'd like to see upgraded, because our deck is a bit energy hungry at the moment. There's no reason why we can definitely flip him here. So we go you, and we just kill you here. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Bias cognition is great if we can get some... Oh, pen nip going into the first fight in the next 4, by the way. Really nice. It'd be great if we can get some artifact. I am going to take it right now tentatively. And I am just going to go for Sozu. It's just very, very little downside for extra energy. Good thing to note is that we do already have 2 ancient potions to go with that focus. Okay. The right side here allows us to hit a couple question marks. But so does the left side. It's basically even on the amount of question marks we can hit. But if we go this side, we can hit this shop and remove a card and still potentially do 3 elites, which I like a lot better. 50 damage Sunder. That's what I like to see. He is going to heal for 7 though. We are going to take quite a bit of damage here. Let's go electrodynamics. And let's go buffer. And he should be dead next turn. And we're going to take no damage this turn thanks to buffer. Buffer was a great pick. Probably the best pick we've had so far. Oh, I love another storm. I was looking at the genetic algorithm, but it's kind of late in, and another storm is great. A heal does sound kind of tempting right now, but the fact that I can add one of any card, for example, another capacitor. I'm also looking at white noise, if you can get it upgraded early on. I like white noise better. Capacitor is good up to a certain point. Definitely that second storm. Capacitor is good up to a certain point, but when you want to get quick kills, it actually kind of hurts you more than it helps you. Right? Because then your orbs are cycling through a lot slower. Nice kill. We're in a good spot. I kind of like Rip and Tear here, honestly. It doesn't really fit with the theme of the deck right now, but there are certain fights where we just run out of powers. And in those kind of fights, it's really nice to have something like Rip and Tear. Also, is that a Doom reference, or am I just reading too much into that? I like Glacier. We just need a bit more block. Our block is pretty weak at the moment. And Streamline. We are going to take quite a bit of damage during this fight, though. So I am looking at hitting that next rest spot. But those double lightnings, Capacitor is actually starting to look way more appealing than it did initially. Because with the double storms, it instantly fills up those 2 slots you use, right? As we just saw there. Ooh, Ice Cream is beautiful in a 3rd storm! It's like the universe is telling me to go lightning. Now, I really am tempted to just upgrade that 3rd storm, but I don't want to tempt fate. We're just going to rest to be extra safe going into this elite fight. It would be just my luck. Ooh, what's this? It would be just my luck. I was really hoping for an early electrodynamics there, but wasn't going to happen. Here's what we'll do. Sunder you. We go strike. Block. No, the probability of killing him is too low, even if we do strike him. We strike the elite. Damn, and we would have killed him too! Thank God we rested, by the way. Because, oh my goodness. Taking so much damage. I think our deck is getting a bit diluted, because we're not getting the cards we want in a timely manner, honestly. Thank you, Buffer. Yeah, our deck is definitely getting diluted. We need to stop adding bad cards to it. That being said, I don't think Machine Learning is a bad card because 1, it helps us dilute our deck less, and 2, it's a power. And we need powers. I'm going to add White Noise there, which you might think is a suspect choice. Ooh, first thing we need to do. Don't focus on that. Undilute the deck, then go Lightning. Like I was saying, that may seem like a suspect choice until you realize eventually we will upgrade White Noise, and then it's just a free power in our opening hand every time. And who doesn't like that? Machine Learning for sure. Cold Snap for the extra block. Block. And a zap. Excuse me? Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. For some reason, in my head, mentally, I had already thought we'd had access to electrodynamics, when in reality, we definitely did not. Another one of these, huh? Defrag. If I could get just one of those in my base deck, I'd be so happy. If you're wondering whether or not we're going to rest before the boss fight, the answer is yes, because he's about to do a ton of damage to me. Not as much as you might think, but still quite a bit. He's dead now. Man, I would love to get that other lightning upgraded ASAP. Or Calcum as our artifact here. I love seeing the buffer there. And the fact that we have Orichalcum means we take no damage. Electrodynamics is actually huge. That's beautiful to see. Oh man, you have no idea how tempted I am to just No, we don't want to dilute the deck anymore with stuff that's not absolutely perfect. You have no idea how much I just want to upgrade that lightning, that storm. But it's not to be. Oh, I love to see a defrag here. That is just great. So yeah, in hindsight, adding that streamline to the deck was probably unnecessary. But you know what they say about hindsight. It's 2020. Okay. Let's go Electro, Buffer, and Strike. It might be a bit too early for us to be using that buffer there, but also blocking, what was that, 20 damage? I don't know. I'm a kind of a fan. And we will dual caster. So we're probably going to save this in the last ancient potion for the final boss on the next floor. And why didn't we use that last energy? Because we do have Ice Cream, and I didn't think any of those cards were worth playing with 1 energy. And now, actually, I'm going to save that Pen Nib proc for the next fight. I love an Amplify here. It's just a no-brainer. You gotta go Amplify. And what I like here, White Beast is irrelevant. Stenko is bad with most of what we have, so we're gonna go Runic Pyramid. Sometimes Runic Pyramid can hurt us with stuff like burns, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for the, what is it, the med kit. If we go this route, we hit Shop, Bonfire, Bonfire. Those are 2 basically free upgrades, and another Shop. That's a relatively safe route. And at this point in Ascension, I want to avoid Elite, so I think that's what we are going to do. Okay. Storm, White Noise. Still waiting on an upgrade for that White Noise. And we'll let Orichalcum block a hefty chunk of damage. By hefty chunk, I mean 6. Goodbye, my friend. Hello. Upgraded cool-headed. Let's just lose max HP. I don't want to dilute the deck anymore. How many storms is too storm? How many storms? How many storms is too many storms? And the question is, there isn't too many storms. It can't be done. There's no amount of storms that is too many storms. Question is, how many can we get upgraded? Oh, and a creative AI. I might want to see one of those in the base deck. The only issue is our first turn is so much set up with playing those storms that it's kind of weak, to be honest with you. Oh, we're gonna lose our buffer to 1 damage. However, we go Sunder with you, Storm, and we kill you. Yeah, our just early. Oh, I would have really liked to have had that fairy in a bottle. Yeah, our starting turn is just kind of weak. It'd be different if we started with something like a. If we had that relic that gives us buffer at the very start, that would be gigantic. Okay, I like where we're at. Electrodynamics basically just means we win as soon as we draw it. Didn't need to do that, but extra style points. Self-repair. That's what I like to see. Get another storm in there, why don't you? Yeah, honestly, I think we're gonna kill this guy fast enough where we don't need to, Oh! Oh! That hurts! That really hurts. Yes, play that self-repair, please. Oh my goodness. We're taking another electrodynamics because we don't see the first one often enough. I would have loved to have upgraded that, but oh, Gremlin Horn is nice. Very nice addition. A little late, but still came to the party. There's our med kit that we can't buy because we were too greedy with getting storms. Please use a strike. Okay, honestly, this is gonna seem dumb. I think I'd rather have the defend than the sunder. I really would. We're gonna fight a boss from Act 1. And this is a pretty decent boss to fight, mainly because his first turn is just a prep setup turn. That was, and our first turn is gonna be a prep start turn. Buffer for sure. And then reinforced body for sure. So we're gonna be blocking 4 of his hits, taking 10 damage. Okay. And now he's dead. He's dead. Thank you. Fossilized helix. Was I not just talking about how I wanted a fossilized helix? Now that's just, if that's not serendipity, I don't know the meaning of the word. I literally don't know the meaning of the word. I'm just assuming it, to be honest with you. Okay. This is an easy... the nice part of this deck is our first turn is an easy play. And this is why I love having that first turn buffer, because it gives us a chance to not get hit right off the bat when we're at our weakest. Thank you, first turn buffer. Now give me an electrodynamics and yeah. We can go self-repair, amplify electrodynamics, and we win. I want that white noise, for sure. Now we are fighting Donu and Deca, right? So we do have to keep that in mind. I think we have a fair chance against Donu and Deca. I just would really like to see an early first turn, or an early turn, doesn't have to be first turn, early turn electrodynamics. Thanks to this early buffer, I don't have to worry about this guy's first hit. So I can just go super hard on setting up our lightning orb damage. And speaking of lightning orb damage, you are dead. Heat sinks. You just can't say no to it in this kind of deck, can you? We're gonna rest. We're gonna rest to be on the super safe side. And now we're gonna go ahead and drink our potion here. Play our storms. Drop a white noise, drop a self-repair. Take our lumps. We're gonna take 12 damage here. I think it's not terrible. Ooh, was that a new sound effect? I don't think I've heard that one before. Maybe I'm just crazy. We're definitely gonna go for the eyes. Static discharge. Amplify a buffer. And we'll just save that energy for a later turn. Not too shabby. I like a capacitor here. I like a glacier. When did we get a claw? Oh no, that's one of the common deck cards that got added. Okay, okay. You know, that actually kind of hurt us, because Runic Pyramid can keep some of those crappy commons into our deck, right? I want to play electrodynamics for that next storm. That was not a mistake, I promise. That was intentional. Alright. And that's an easy W. Sorry we played another power build. I don't know why I'm apologizing. I'm always going to go for the strongest build available to ensure our chances of winning this challenge are maximized. But that was a really, really nice start. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. This deck was we saw that first electrodynamics and that first storm, and we just ran with the deck, and it wasn't amazing. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 power deck, but it definitely came together. Electrodynamics, and how many copies of Storm did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought we had more than that. I thought it was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe just felt like more. Anyways, that worked out super well. Alright, so next time we're going to be playing on Ascension level 5 with the Defect, where we actually don't heal the max anymore after boss battles. So we definitely have to keep our health in mind when we're going into those from now on. Starting to get into some slightly spooky level Ascensions, nothing crazy, nothing wild, but yeah, we've had a decent win streak so far, and we're working our way up day by day. It's a nice little, I like this. I didn't even intend to do it this way, but we've basically just been playing one game every day and slowly climbing our way up, with the exception of the 8th. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll have another episode up tomorrow. Have a good one.